Hi guys, Lookfuck here and welcome to another FIFA 19 Futties player review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 91 rated Futties winner SBC Fred. It's just a name that I simply can't take seriously for a Brazilian, but anyway, he did cost me in the region of 120,000 coins to complete his SBC, and in the 4 games that I played with him, he scored me 1 goal and got me 2 assists, and he does have a 4-star weak force as well as 4-star skill moves. And moving along into him stats, his main standout stats are going to be his 99 stamina, his 90 reactions, his 95 balance, and finally his 98 short passing. And I did also have the powerhouse chemistry star applied to this Futties Fred card, and according to Futbin, he's coming in at around 260,000 coins to complete this SBC from scratch, and in return you get 2 pretty decent packs, a rare mega pack, and I believe it was also a prime gold players pack, which obviously means the chances are you're probably going to get a special card. For once though, I actually didn't get a special card this time from a pack today. I packed like 4 man of the match cards today, but I got nothing in return from this SBC. But it's just what it is, you know. My pack luck and a lot of people's pack luck during like this Futties promo has been insane, because definitely the pack weight has been increased. But anyway, let's forget about that. Let's focus on this Futties Fred card. Now, personally, I actually wanted Renato Sanchez out of this Futties voting category. So we had Fred, Renato Sanchez, and I believe Thomas Partey as well. Fred won the votes. I can understand because he was such an OP card at the start of FIFA, and other people wanted like a higher increased version of his card. And finally, we've got that at this stage of FIFA, which it's still pretty awesome. It's just I've said so many times before, I just can't take this guy seriously with his name. It's just so weird. But overall, I actually think this is a decent card, and you know what? I think he's much better on the attack than he's defensive wise. I'm gonna be honest. I think he's got great defending stats, 85 overall defending. Having said that, in game, I just didn't think his defending was amazing. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it's bad or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, absolutely not. But I don't think it is fantastic at the same time, even with the powerhouse chem style, which actually does increase his stats, most of his defending stats up into the 90s. But yeah, just didn't think defending was the best for him. I think it also comes down to the fact that his height isn't great at the same time at 5'7", so I don't think, in my opinion, he'd be best suited to a CDM. I personally don't like short CDMs. I don't think he's got the great strength stats to play in a CDM role either. Yes, he's got 81 physical, but the reason why his physical stats are so good is purely because of his stamina, and his jumping is pretty much already maxed out at 99. His actual strength at 69 simply isn't good enough for a CDM at all, or probably even for a centre mid realistically. But I look at this card, I look at his great pace, not his great pace, sorry, I look at his great passing, his great dribbling, his decent shooting, and yet, to be fair, still his pretty decent pace. And I think this guy would be definitely can work as a centre mid, but I think he'd actually even be better as a cam. You know, for me to get in the 4 games, 1 goal and 2 assists from the centre mid position is a great return. I think from a cam it would have been even better. And let's get into those 2 pros that I had with him. His first one for me is going to be his passing. Fantastic passing stats all around. 87 vision, 98 short passing, 92 long passing with a powerhouse chem style. His vision goes to 97, and both his short passing and long passing are maxed out at 99, which is fantastic. Provided countless chances for me in the game. His through balls, his long balls, his simple short passes just to link up the play were fantastic. Honestly, I'd probably go as far to say one of the best passes I've used in FIFA 19. Very, very good at being able to create chances and stuff like that. It was absolutely fantastic, and I think that'd just be really well used again, and even better utilized his passing in the cam position. He's also got the 5'7" height, which I like small cams personally. I don't like big, strong, tall, bulky, clumsy cams. I don't really like that personally. I think Fred would be really good for that position, because also his dribbling's fantastic. Again, great dribbling stats, 90 overall dribbling, and all of his dribbling stats are in the mid-90s, apart from his actual dribbling in-game stat, which is at 86, but even so, his dribbling stats for the most part are fantastic, and also the 4-star weak force is also very good. And again, I think this could even be better utilized as a cam once again. But having said that, I still think it's really, really good though overall, his dribbling, and it allowed him to kind of get up the field, get into the box, be a bit of a nuisance, and I thought again it was just it was fantastic. And in terms of any major issues to him, I don't think there is any. Obviously, as I said before, I would have liked his tackling and his defending all round to be a little bit better. I don't personally think his defensive play is the best at this stage of FIFA. Obviously, maybe a few months ago, those defending stats could have been even better, and maybe his defending would have felt even better in game. But for me, honestly, off the back of using this card, I've got to say he's 10 times the player, in my opinion, better on the attack than what he is on the defensive side. And I think if you're looking for maybe like a You know, don't get me wrong, I think he can work as a centre mid or definitely as a cam. I don't. If you're thinking of doing this guy as a CDM, I wouldn't do him. I'd try and go and get that Danilo Pereira card from the weekly objectives instead than this Fred card. But if you're thinking of using him as maybe like an attacking midfielder or as that kind of central midfielder, I think he'd be pretty good to do. Yes, he's a lot of coins, but at the same time, you're getting a really good card with insane stats. And yeah, I think for the most part, certainly for an attacking type of card anyway, like an attacking midfielder, I actually think he is kind of worth doing. But anyway, guys, that is going to finish this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.